Hello and welcome back to my series on Minecraft Survival. As you've hopefully just seen, I went ahead and cleaned up this room a little bit. There's still some stuff there in the back, obviously, that hasn't been finished, but I decided to take a break on that just because it's like such a big project that it's going to take a lot of time. So, I don't think I need to like rush to finish this section. Just getting this area done makes a big difference. It looks a lot better. The plan is, I guess, to use that wall over there and maybe this wall behind me as a way to store things that I have lots of. So particularly things like smooth stone or just stone in particular are things that are literally overflowing in my chest, so I do need some extra storage for that, and so that's what these little sections here are going to function as, is extra storage. But anyways, before we get into some of the more meat and potatoes of this episode, I want to go ahead and take care of something I've been putting off for a long time, and that is we are going to fix this EXP farm, get it cleaned up so it's working correctly, make it so spiders can't spawn, so endermen can't spawn in there, and then that will allow us to have not only better rates, but also just focus on the things that we don't need necessarily from this farm, because in particular the endermen are getting kind of annoying when they teleport out of their designated area, and so this is hopefully the type of situation where it's going to be a relatively easy fix, if that makes sense. The easiest way to access this mob spawner, I think, is to go here. We're going to go up as high as we can before we dig into the side, and we're going to start at the highest floor, hopefully, clean it up, and then work our way back down. So the one thing we do need to worry about probably is lighting, so I'm going to go ahead and get my torches out. As you can see, it's an actual mess in here, partly because while I was working on the floor above, I was putting blocks everywhere as I was trying to work on that, because it's literally right here, as you can see, hopefully. And that has made quite the mess of this. So we are finally going to get this all cleaned up once and for all, hopefully today. There's so much gravel around, and I can only assume it's because of all the endermen that have been spawning in here. So, first things first, I'm going to take out all the stuff in the way currently. Now, part of the reason this is such a mess is that I believe I mentioned it in the very first episode, but for whatever reason, shortly after I had, I think it was the Caves and Cliffs update when the first major update came through, maybe. I can't remember exactly when this happened. This area sort of glitched, resulting in a situation where an entire, like a good chunk, like half of a chunk, like undid itself. So even though I had already mined out all this area, it like re-replaced itself, which is why there's this massive block here when there isn't supposed to be. And so it's gone through the entirety of the farm on this side. So this is definitely going to be something that'll be good to finally get fixed. Yeah, so basically the way it's set up now, with the grid pattern on the ground, no spiders should spawn. Only mobs can spawn in those spots. And with this extra tile along the ceiling, that should prevent endermen from spawning, theoretically. There we go. One down. Many more to go, methinks. Let's go ahead and fix this next one. So I think we'll just go ahead and start by... Oh, gravel. Of course. Look at this. Like, what is up with this? This, whatever this is absurd. And we're gonna fix it today. Alright, 2 floors down. And I believe that is the final floor done. I am very pleased to note that the system does indeed work. So I'm just going to let this run for a little bit, and hopefully we will see what it's looking like soon. Well, I think this is a pretty good indication that it's working very well. Yeah, so I do think we have very much upped the efficiency of this quite a bit, which is pretty good, I have to say. It's pretty darn good. Definitely it makes my life a whole lot easier, and it also means we can shut down this other farm over here. Alright, so the last thing we're gonna try and do today is shut down these spawners here, and clearly that was a good decision considering the mess in here. Let's pop over here. Oh yeah. So yeah, this is the last part of the EXP farm. And I just want to go ahead and make sure we light up the whole area well, get it cleaned up so that way when I come back here to expand my slime farm, we're not having to deal with all this, is the goal. Alright, that is one farm down. So let's go ahead and go down another level. Break in right here, hopefully. Oh yeah, this is an absolute mess. It's a good thing we're patching up. Taking care of this now, because clearly there are definitely some issues. We're doing this on camera because if I don't, something funny is going to happen, like me getting the absolute crap scared out of me, and you guys are going to miss it. And I know you guys don't want to miss me getting the absolute crap scared out of me, because everybody who's on YouTube nowadays is a sadist and enjoys people having the absolute worst time of their life. So, yeah. Right, let's go down another level. Of course, there's an Enderman down there. We'll go steal his eyeballs in a second. Down another level, break in here. Nothing is spawning in here, which is probably a good thing, honestly. Thank you for your sacrifice. Did you drop an eye? No, you did not. You were a disappointment, sir. A complete and utter disappointment. Okay, not sure what that's about. Oh, that would certainly explain it. Alright. Let's go ahead and clean up the rest of this. And this, I believe, is the last floor. So after this, we will be good to go. Oh, and there we go. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, that was quite something.
3 hours later.
So we're finally going to get into the main event of this episode, and I want to go ahead and thank Ivan Kem for being such a great commentator on my videos and always like showing support. And they indicated that they wanted to see this hill be terraformed and have this little entrance into the villager breeder be done up to look like a hobbit hole. So that's what we're going to focus on today. Since today's the 10th episode, I feel like that's like a good thing to do. I think at this point we should just get started. So, while we are working on this space, I'm going to go ahead and get started on building our new villager breeder contraption thingamajig, because as it is right now, it's kind of more of, well, it's not even really functional is the main issue. And so we are going to attempt to fix that today by building a new one. And this particular design is one that was originally designed by Impulse SV, but was adapted by, excuse me for just a second while I pull it up, zinjy, and I will link their video in the description so you can see it. But it's a very simple design, and so that's why we're going to use it today, just to make it as efficient as possible. So I think the idea is to start, let's carve this back a bit here. Let's start right here. We're going to put one base block and then around here like this. Or maybe, should we set it back one more? No, we'll do it right here. I'll fix the railings later for when we try to move stuff up. So this goes up. Total of 3 blocks. Then we do this. And I forgot my fence posts, so I gotta go grab those quickly. We are going to put our fence post here. That takes care of that. We're going to get our beds out, and we're going to very carefully set these in a circle like so, like this. And then we're going to put carpets right here at the heads, I believe, if I remember correctly. And then put our trapdoors, the handle facing outward. Okay. So let's see, is that like this? Yes, okay.
One eternity later.
Alright, so I got this part finished up here, as you can see. We'll have to do a little bit more work to the mountain behind it, but like as a structure on its own, I think it looks pretty good. I went ahead and finished up the interior off camera. The only thing I haven't done is the roof, but I wanted to hold off on that until I decided exactly what I wanted to do with it, because at this moment I am not committed to any one block. I'm thinking maybe doing a darker block, like maybe the deep slate tiles on top, but I'm worried that'll be too dark. And so maybe the thing to do is just to do the normal stone brick slabs, and maybe that will work. I think I kind of had this idea as I was putting this together, but like, what if we sort of turned this hobbit hole thing into like a tavern on the inside. And then you could come in and you would have like this little area here, and then further back here you'd have like the bar and stuff. Right now this is what leads down into the chamber. But I thought that might be a cool idea, so I'm just gonna go ahead and leave that up in the air and see like what everybody thinks about that. The villager breeder is in now, which is great. I have to disassemble the one downstairs because it's obviously not useful anymore and is probably just going to cause more problems than anything. But I think we should probably go ahead and test this to make sure it actually works. Alright, so I have some bread. We are going to get as close to the edge as we can, and then we're going to hopefully just... That missed them? I think it did. And see if that does anything. See if they're... Oh, no, it all fell through. Okay, that wasn't a great start. Let's try this again and see if we can get it to work. Alright, so carefully aim it. Try not to go too far, and then... Is that good? Yep. Alright, so that got them started. Oh, we already have a little one down there. Did you look at that? Okay, so we have confirmation that it does indeed work, which is great. Obviously if we go with our tavern idea, I'd have to like close off this section here, but that doesn't bother me too much. So that is a very good news. Oh my goodness, there's just a cat chilling out here. I guess it's because there's villagers in there. All of a sudden I have cats spawning everywhere. It's like the strangest thing. Because, I guess, like, I don't even know. This never used to happen, so I'm not sure why that's the case. But if you did not notice, I do have 2 new cats. I have this cat here, who I named Joyce, and this cat does not have a name yet at the time. I'm going to go ahead and try and get this cat, if I can find it, again, wherever it may have gone. Oh. Hi, kitty. Yay! Alright, come on, kitty cat. Let's come inside. This is great news because it means I'm steadily making progress towards having all different versions of the cats, which is pretty cool. And then we can also do some breeding, hopefully, to get us closer to that goal. If anybody has like ideas for names for our 2 new kitties that do not have names yet, do let me know. I might just use that name if I decide I like it.